I want the loved person to grow and unfold for his own sake, and in his own ways, and not for the purpose of serving me. Man's main task in life is to give birth to himself, to become what he potentially is. The most important product of his effort is his own personality. To die is poignantly bitter, but the idea of having to die without having lived is unbearable. Care and responsibility are constituent elements of love, but without respect for and knowledge of the beloved person, love deteriorates into domination and possessiveness. The quest for certainty blocks the search for meaning. Uncertainty is the very condition to impel man to unfold his powers. Man may be defined as the animal that can say I, that can be aware of himself as a separate entity. Love is often nothing but a favorable exchange between two people who get the most of what they can expect, considering their value on the personality market. Just as love for one individual which excludes the love for others is not love, love for one's country which is not part of one's love for humanity is not love, but idolatrous worship. We consume, as we produce, without any concrete relatedness to the objects with which we deal. We live in a world of things, and our only connection with them is that we know how to manipulate or to consume them. Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem which he has to solve and from which he cannot escape. If a person loves only one other person and is indifferent to all others, his love is not love but a symbiotic attachment, or an enlarged egotism. The existential split in man would be unbearable could he not establish a sense of unity within himself and with the natural and human world outside. Love is not primarily a relationship to a specific person, it is an attitude, an ordination of character which determines the relatedness of the person to the whole world as a whole, not toward one object of love. I believe that man is the product of natural evolution that is born from the conflict of being a prisoner and separated from nature, and from the need to find unity and harmony with it. Men are born equal but they are also born different. To hope means to be ready at every moment for that which is not yet born, and yet not become desperate if there is no birth in our lifetime. The successful revolutionary is a statesman, the unsuccessful one a criminal. Love is an action, the practice of human power, which can be practiced only in freedom and never as a result of compulsion. That millions of people share the same forms of mental pathology does not make these people sane. Who will tell whether one happy moment of love or the joy of breathing or walking on a bright morning and smelling the fresh air, is not worth all the suffering and effort which life implies? The mature response to the problem of existence is love. There is no meaning to life except the meaning man gives his life by the unfolding of his powers. Not he who has much is rich, but he who gives much. Education makes machines which act like men and produces men who act like machines.